Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. Now it's time for your weekend tech tip, brought to you by Chevy Silverado.
Welcome back, everyone. We're joined by Jim McNair. He's a designer of knives for Kershaw, technician, engineer, just overall knife nut. But real quickly, there was a phone call that just came in. Individual asked about the vest that I use for, or I should say Drago uses, that he loves. It's a Momarsh vest for whoever that caller was, completely adjustable to any size dog. It really is my favorite that I've used over the years, and I think I've used all of them with my dogs over the years. Get it, use it every day, unless it's too hot. Anyway, all right, so Jim, all of us here in the Northwest, I shouldn't say all of us, but the vast majority of the folks that are watching the show are fishermen, right? We go out, we chase whatever species it is. The other part of them are going to be hunters, and we're going to talk about that too. We have to keep our knives sharp. Number one, it makes it much safer to use a sharp knife than a doled out, dinged up knife. Number two, you're going to take care of your fish or your big game, whatever it is, much, much better. You're not going to waste anywhere near the amount of meat, which is extremely important, as we all know. But there's a number of different ways to do it. You brought in a couple, three. Out of the ones that you brought in, which one do you actually like to use when you're sharpening fillet knives? Again, neither one of us are total experts on this, but this isn't difficult stuff. But is there a way that you like to actually do sharpen a fillet knife, or prefer?
I mean, if I'm being honest, I will hand it to my warranty people and have them sharpen it for me. Oh. But if I'm in a pinch,
hey, yeah,
which is part of the warranty that comes with any Kershaw knife. If you're not comfortable with these methods, you can send it in. We'll happily sharpen it for you.
So, okay, hold on now. Some people aren't going to know this because I didn't. Back up here. So if you go to Fisherman's, you pick up a fillet knife from Kershaw, you use it, you dole it out, whatever it is. You can package the thing up, send it to Kershaw. They'll sharpen it and send it back?
Yep.
What are we paying for? How much are we paying?
You're paying your return shipping.
All right, I didn't know that. That's super cool. Another reason why to pay attention. I mean, quite honestly, this particular fillet knife, what's this one called?
These are the Clearwater fillets?
The Clearwater? All right, so this particular style, y'all recognize this. This has been around for quite a while. Very inexpensive, which is the way fillet knives should be. Yeah. Honestly, I think we talked about this before.
These start about $22.
Yeah, very inexpensive, and there's reasons for that. One, the manufacturing process probably isn't that expensive, obviously. But they're also the ones that might get lost more, right? Because if we're doing it on the boat or dock, whatever, you don't want to lose a $100 fillet knife, right? You're going to spend a couple $100 on an out-the-front knife. You don't want to lose that either. But you're not going to put that in the situation that you're putting your fillet knives. But you can yet still get it sharpened. All right, so let's just start out with the one that I thought was super cool that you brought in.
Yeah.
This is actually a device that you attach to your knife. This is your grandfather's.
It was, yeah. I don't think they make these anymore.
Which is crazy. Like I said, marketing, hello. This is super cool because now with that actual little attachment there, you can maintain your edge, your angle is a better way to put it.
Just swipe it along like you're taking a slice off.
Very, very cool. Now, most of you, if not all of you, aren't going to have that. So let's just kind of give everyone just a quick little idea, all right, without this on there, of what it might look like to sharpen that correctly with a stone. Now, are you going to add water to this or oil or anything?
Yep. Typically, we would add some oil.
Okay.
Which, I brought a little bit of knife oil, but we'll just show it dry for that purpose. So generally, if you're doing this with your bare hands and no guides, you're just going to be trying to keep that angle consistent and you go along it all the way to the tip, just like you're taking a slice off that block.
Gotcha.
Yep, and I've seen people that are just artists at this, where they can just, and if you get good at it, you can go back and you can go forth.
Gotcha.
Hit both sides. Going side to side is important to maintain that consistent edge, so you want to take a little off each side so you don't grind it all off one.
Right, makes sense.
Yep.
You don't want to roll over. So there's one that you want to take a look at, obviously, is a stone. Been one of the original ways to sharpen a knife for the last probably 200, 300, 400, 500 years, whatever it is. It's a very easy way to do it if you practice and understand how to do it the right way. Although, I really like, that's really cool.
Yeah, and so it's funny, as you think about these sharpening systems that evolved over the years, like this one, I'm not sure how old this is, but this is one where you're still moving the knife. You hold the stone and you're moving the knife.
Yeah.
The drawback is that you are wearing away not just the blade, but also this angle keeper.
Sure.
So that's actually laying on the stone and getting worn away. So most of the modern sharpening systems that we come across that try to make this easier for us involve something more like this here.
Yeah, let's take a look at that. This is one of the WorkSharp products, which is, again, a Northwest company, everyone. Years ago, you heard us talk quite a bit about WorkSharp. This is a new one. I have not seen this.
Yeah.
I think this is just super slick, and it takes that extra skill that you might need to develop with the stone and takes that away from there.
Yep.
You just load your knife in the front.
Yep.
You can set your different angles that you want to have for the blade itself, and 20 degrees is about normal?
Yeah, so most people are going to ask that. So Kershaw knives are sharpened by hand, so it's going to be anywhere between 18 and 22 degrees.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so
you mean all these knives are sharpened by hand? I mean, maybe not the ones that are coming from out of country, but
they are. They're all sharpened by hand.
Good night.
So that takes a lot of skill. One of the most skilled jobs in the factory.
All right, I was going to say that's one of the reasons why he utilizes that warranty. But this is simple. You load your knife in, blade out, of course. You set your angle that you want to have, and you lay that the material there.
Yep.
I don't even know what you'd call it.
Yep, your stone.
Your stone, and just simply swipe it across both sides. I'm assuming that there's probably a little bit of skill that you're going to have to, maintain here, maybe pulling it back at the same time, but at the very least, pretty simple.
It really takes most of it out of there. So, and I was wrong, this is a diamond hone, actually.
Okay. Stone
hone, but yeah, the idea of this is that, before, when you're normally using one of these, you're moving the knife on the stone. In this case, you're moving the stone on the knife.
Gotcha.
So the knife is fixed in place, and this goes forward and back and side to side, and it just allows you to maintain that angle as you work along your blade. And it just takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. So if I was to do this at home and I didn't get to hand it to Noe or Mai or to Suhei, my fantastic we have a whole team of fantastic sharpeners that I just go, please help me.
Right, I get it.
I'm useless. But if I don't have the opportunity to do that, I would use something like this.
Very good. When we come back, I want to talk about maintenance of knives, right? We're going to pick up here, but I want to talk about maintenance, how to take care of our investment as best we can. And it's not that difficult. Having the right couple pieces of the puzzle, you can do it very, very easily. We'll be back with Jim from Kershaw in just a minute.